Gamescom, the European E3, or what would we call it now? The European Summer Games Fest? Ew. Anyways, they had their big opening night live. Jeff Keighley got up there, immediately interrupted. Rude. But we do have 8 great Nintendo Switch announcements and what I think is going to be one of the coolest Nintendo Switch 2 games. So good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. I'm in a glorious mood. I hope you are as well. There's 8 Switch-specific things we need to talk about, but first, I want to tell you about my favorite game at opening night live. Gamescom, Jeff Keighley, not a lot of new. A lot of retreads, a lot of new trailers, a lot of updates, a lot of DLC, a few new gems here and there, which I did appreciate, including oh my goodness gracious savior that is coming to Switch. Before we get to all of the new announcements, you're going to need somewhere to save all of these new games. The Switch library is getting huge in the thousands. Maybe yours is creeping into the hundreds. Lexar Play Card is the best, safest, fastest memory card to store all of your games and ensure that they can be here and beyond. Into the future, you can just swap your memory card and be good to go, so you can transfer your games to Switch 2. Fingers crossed, backwards compatibility works that darn easy, but make sure to click the link in the description down below. Every time you do, it helps support the channel, and I'm telling you, the only memory card I would trust in my Switch. Alan Wake 2 just looks ridiculous. Alan Wake 2 looks absolutely incredible. Let's take a moment to just feast our eyes on some horror, action, writing, mystery, Remedy gameplay. They do it better than anybody. I'm a huge fan of things like Lost and Silo. I love mysterious shows, Severance. Remedy is the closest we get to playing those types of shows and storylines. Alan Wake 2 looks amazing. They showed off Alan Wake's side of the story for the first time. You play as 2 different characters in this game, Saga and Wake, and you can switch between them apparently pretty much at free will. They're incorporating some live action elements and scenes into the game, which I think is super cool. And given that Remedy has put some stuff on Nintendo Switch via the cloud, like Control, and via the Alan Wake remastered game, I think Alan Wake 2 is going to hit Switch 2 next year. I don't think there's any way that this game comes to Switch or the cloud, thank goodness. But I think Alan Wake 2, once it racks up a bunch of awards this year, launching on October 27th, next October 27th, it should come to Switch 2. Remedy has shown support for Nintendo Switch, and it would be a phenomenal title to get on there. Playing them on the go, the heebie-jeebies, wherever you want to be, under the covers, in the bathroom, on your roof. Alan Wake 2 is probably going to be my game of the year. That, Mario Bros. Wonder, and Spider-Man 2 all come out like the same 10-day period. I think any or all of those could be my absolute favorites, and I'm super pumped. But we also got new details on Sonic Superstars, and Bunny Sonic is in. This is the first thing we'll talk about for Nintendo Switch. It's officially launching on October 17th, 3 days before Mario Bros. Wonder. So Sonic is coming back with its refresh, a bunch of co-op, a bunch of skins. Bunny Sonic reminds me of Oswald the Rabbit from Walt Disney, but it's Bunny Sonic, and it looks to be just a brilliant, colorful explosion of Sonic goodness, mixing in yesteryear with modern affection. And that's what Mario Bros. Wonder seeks to do 3 days later. So we got Sonic and Mario back in the forefront this holiday season, October 17th, October 20th, closer than you could believe. Now, there was some brand new as well, and Holy Grail time, one of my favorite indies ever. One of the best vibes ever. One of the greatest moods ever. One of the most evocative environments ever is Little Nightmares, baby. I have so many good nightmares about this game. Little Nightmares 1 was phenomenal. 2, I appreciated some of the gameplay improvements. I did not like the story as much. I thought it was a little too weird, but I love those evil Muppets. Giant bosses roaming the levels, trying to take you for their lunch. They're creepy, they're freaky, but it's done so well. And Little Nightmares 3 is now coming next year to Nintendo Switch, this time with true co-op, and this time in, looks like a wide variety of different locales. Now, it'll be interesting to see because typically, Little Nightmares was very localized, and it was sort of these small environments that made it successful. The first game was aboard a ship, and that ship was like one of the best environments I think ever made. Little Nightmares 2 tried to really expand and take things outside of a interior area, and I think it was the worse for it. Now, what's interesting here is that Little Nightmares 3 is supposedly being developed by Supermassive Games instead of Tarsier Studios. Interesting that Tarsier is not on it anymore, unless they've been absorbed or teams have shifted around. I don't know. Supermassive Games have made things like Until Dawn, which I also love, but now they're going to be in the Little Nightmares world. and I hope they're able to find a way to really just capture the mood. LN is all about mood, great little tactile gameplay, and then creepy giant Muppets. So, you know what? You got your work cut out for you, Supermassive, but I'm hopeful. I think this one's going to hit spring or summer 2024. I don't think this is that far away. It feels like they gave us a pretty big chunky trailer, and I think they're going to go with a short hype cycle for this one. So I'm expecting to see this at a Nintendo Direct early next year, and then it's out. Freaking great. Love Little Nightmares so much. If you haven't played them, go grab them on Switch. They're both awesome games. They're both well worth it. Something Gabe and I both loved and really just championed. The coolest indie world, one of the coolest indie games, and just so great that we're getting a threequel coming out in 2024. Now, Mortal Kombat 1 is coming out in just a few weeks. Still haven't seen the Switch version, but I have my fingers crossed that they'll do a nice job with the port. They've done excellent work on the past two MKs coming to Switch. This one should be no different, and Sindel looking really great. Never liked Sindel in past games, but here, her hair is giving me Bayonetta vibes, and I'm feeling it. I think the sort of, what are they called, co-op characters, the Me Too characters, the, hey, lend me a helping hand characters, the assist characters, they're looking great, and then we do have a great DLC pack bringing in Omni-Man. Freaking yes. Expeditions, a Mud Runner game, drops 2024, and if you like construction, if you like trucks, this is for somebody out there. Not for me. I'm glad that it's coming to Switch. Focus Entertainment does love to support Nintendo Switch. They are bringing this in 2024. If you're a fan of, I don't know, pulling out your big metal detector and digging up the dirt. I really don't know, but these games are popular. There's a lot of them, like truck driving sims, right? Big rig sims, mud runner sims. Not really my cup of tea, but hey, glad to see something else hitting the Switch. Thank goodness you're here. No, I'm not talking to you, but I do mean that. It also happens to be the coolest looking indie game that I'm now anticipating. Thank goodness you're here is from Panic. These are the people that published Untitled Goose Game and Firewatch, two indie gems, and now they're bringing a slapformer. This is the weirdest looking game ever, but I love the art style. I think it's quirky as all heck. I have no idea how it plays, but it's going to be some sort of comedic adventure platformer that is a winner because of its quirkiness and a winner because of its memorable moments. In some ways, it gives me Toem vibes, one of my favorite hidden gems of the past few years, although Toem does have more gameplay with this Pokemon Snap camera mechanic that is at the forefront of everything you do, but Thank Goodness You're Here does seem to have sort of that just like quirky, weird it factor, right? The charm that makes something unique like Donut Colony or Untitled Goose Game or Toem really great. Thank Goodness You're Here seems to have it, and I'm really glad that it's coming to Switch. It's 2024. Again, we got some time to wait, but that's okay. There are so many games out right now. I don't think I could handle another. This one, though, absolutely on my radar. Sonic Frontiers. Somehow getting mentions yet again. Jeff Keighley said it with such vigor. Sonic Frontiers. Final DLC. September 28th. It's free DLC. New playable characters, brand new story, and it's the climactic final update to Sonic Frontiers. So if you've been hurting for more of the Sonic Frontiers open world extravaganza, you're gonna get it. A game that I think was beleaguered by me and many others for a long time, but when you actually play it, it's not too bad. And there's a certain fun factor. I don't think it's a great game, but I think it's a fun game. And sometimes that's more important. Sonic getting all sorts of love with Superstars and then Sonic Frontiers. So if you are a blue boy or girl or person, a beautiful time to be a fan of the spiked bunny. Fae Farm also got another trailer, a launch trailer for September 8th. This is a cozy farm sim. I don't know, fill it in with a paragraph of words that apply to these games. Take your character and find life in a brand new village, meet friends, maybe even create a romantic connection, harvest crops, grow goods, sell them at the market, adopt a new animal pet, and venture off into the mines to uncover mysterious foes and untold treasure to add to your home, your field, and continue expanding your arsenal. Welcome to Fae Farm, or any other cozy game. I don't mean to downplay these, but really, like, you could just cut and paste and they're all kind of, I don't know, I'm over it until Animal Crossing decides to hit us again with another main title. Fae Farm, though, I know a lot of people will be into it, and I'm not, that's fine. Not for me. September 8th. Mandragora. Mandragon. got announced for 2024. This has beautiful art, but something about it screams like it does not control well. It's looking to be a 2D Metroidvania, Dark Souls-y type thing, basically Blasphemous, but with really pretty graphics in a different way. Blasphemous 2, by the way, having a fantastic time with that. Bosses are great. The challenge is on a really nice curve. Doesn't feel like it spikes, it just feels like it curves, and curves are really good. Mandragora could be amazing because I do think the art style is unique and has its own charm that a lot of other Metroidvanias instead opt for a pixel style, but something about it just seems like it doesn't play great. It looks like it's going to have some input lag or maybe just very heavy animation priority. We'll have to wait and see though. Coming out in 2024, it was the last Switch announcement from the show, and Nintendo was not there at all. That's the takeaway, is Nintendo themselves, they weren't part of Opening Night Live at all. There was some hope or suspicion or just phantom wanting that maybe they would appear, given that they're attending Gamescom for the first time in many years. They released the Mario news with Charles Martinet yesterday, but no Mario Bros. Wonder trailer, no Nintendo Direct update, no Indie World announcement, nothing nada nuda. They were completely absent. And that makes me believe they'll be completely absent the entire week in terms of news. I think they'll definitely be at Gamescom. They'll have a booth. They'll have playable games. I don't think you'll be able to get your hands on anything new. They don't have anything releasing in September, save for the Pokemon DLC, and that definitely will not be there. Instead, they'll probably opt to show games that have already released. Titles like Pikmin 4, maybe everybody want to Switch, and most definitely Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So the big Gamescom Nintendo merger meeting up happening ends up being just nothing. Very strange, but at least we know Nintendo does have new games. There's a point in time when we thought Gamescom could mean big new games, and it does. It just doesn't mean they have them to show. We're still getting Mario Bros. Wonder, Mario RPG, Detective Pikachu, and more coming later this fall season. Throw in Sonic Superstars right before Mario, and I still think we'll have plenty to play. But let me know if any of these announcements today got you going. For me, Alan Wake 2, I just crossed my fingers it's on Switch 2, but I do really like the look of Thank Goodness You're Here. Mortal Kombat 1 I'm beyond hype for, and Little Nightmares 3 is a hallelujah huge announcement. So that is the glory of Gamescom for us Switch owners, even if it's not from Nintendo themselves. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next time, SwitchForce out.